As it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Miami Dolphins. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third down, gone. That quick throw there is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Goff now looking to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Goff. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give right side for Gibbs. And give him 4 yards. And 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. On the option left, here's Goff. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Here's Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's got room. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Tua going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Dolphins are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to pass. Tua. Short pass to Howard. And past the 35. He'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Henry again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Second and 9. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. This offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Goff now looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The drive starts with a run from H.N. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right back to H.N. on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Tua now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready. TX.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Aleem McNeil. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime here in a low-scoring affair. 6-0 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script. result.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Jones in at quarterback. His pass complete to Donovan.
Third and 12. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give, running right, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he gets this one down to the 24. 64 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't it? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
It's Williams on the catch. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here we go. 11.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let enough. The flag came out as a result.
Tempo 3, kick. Tempo 3, kick.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 95 yards. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they were back in the shadows to their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now Tua going to change the play. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Brian Branch with it. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Gibbs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones from 6 yards away. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A run straight ahead with Achane. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 86 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Go ahead. Cover one. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be caught by Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
12.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And off down to Gibbs. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. A give left side. Here's Achane. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Achane here. They stay on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go. Achane. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence and made it happen for a victory.